if you see the knowledge which is practical and theoretical gradually sloped down in the course of our education. After education, once you start practicing, your knowledge will become focal. So this was a study conducted years since graduation. The knowledge of current best care is gradually coming down. That is the reason why the WHO insisted the doctors to go for continuing CME programs. Why? Because their knowledge has to be refreshed time to time so that they can give best care to the public. Next, please. So you need, you know that the Bahyavastis, actually the Ayurveda has two different therapy procedures, Bahiparimarjana and Antaparimarjana as per the principle. And this Bahiparimarjana Chikitsa, there are some procedures which are performed from outside, and usually they are focally or even generalized therapies are being conducted. Under this, they are called this category of Bahiparimarjana Chikitsa or Bahyavastis come into. So Bahyavastis has a name based on the principle of Vasnivase Vasi Achadane. Because Vasnivase Vasti, you may be surprised because Vasti internal procedure is there, external procedure is there. Why we call it as Vasti? Because this is a classical procedure which is derived from the Samhudaya as Shiro Vasti. Vasti is here coined because there is some time the oil is being retained in that particular area. Based on that principle, Vasti name is given. Next please. The concept of Bahyavasti in Ayurveda, as you know well, so Mudni Taila is under the Mudni Taila, the Shirovasti is mentioned. But in addition to that, Sushruta also describes Mastishkya, the word Mastishkya, and there the Shirovasti is also narrated one of the procedures. So based on that, the tradition evolved so many Bahyavastis in the course of time. Next please. So Shirovasti is the principle and Bahyavastis are traditional evolution, as you know. Next please. So defining the Bahyavasti, you can define it. The Bahyavastis are procedures in which the warm medicated oil is allowed to stay over the focal area for the prescribed time. This is the definition where you can apply as per the prefix where you are localizing that medicated oil for some period. And next please. So Bahyavasti is a type of Snigdha Sveda. Suppose if you identify the principle, what actually the principle is. Many people think that this is a Sneha procedure. It is not a Snehana procedure. As you say that it is a Snehana procedure, certain qualities of Sneha is not there here. So it is the Svedana procedure only. Svedana procedure only. So, but Svedana, even though Sneha is used for Bahyavastis, it cannot be considered as Snehana procedure as all the benefits of Snehana is not achieved. As please, if you see the Svedana, Serire Saha Agne Samyogaha Tapanam Svedana. So this very principle which we derive, so exposing some area to the heat is called Svedana only. So we have to accept that this is a Svedana procedure. Next please. So we also get the benefits of Sambhagaurava Sitagnam Svedanam Svedakarakam. The attributes given to the Svedana is also derived from the Bahyavastis. That is the reason why the principle of the Bahyavastis are very close to achieve the Sambhagaurava Sitagnam. Next please. So Bahyavastis, can it be done without Shodhana? See, that is the question usually we come across. But it is beneficial to do extravastis after proper purification procedures. But in cases where Shodhana is not necessary, it can be directed. Suppose if you want to get the instantaneous pain relief, then you can straight away go for the Bahyavastis because they are going to get the relief from the stiffness, relief from the pain, relief from the local warmness. All these can be achieved by exposure to the Bahyavastis. So in such condition where without the Shodhana also you can go for the Bahyavastis. Next please. So several Tailas are used because based on the Tailas, if you take the classics, so the Samba, if you want to relieve, Sahachara Tailam is the best one. And in degenerative conditions, Mahavishkarpa Tailam is best. Even deep-rooted pains also Mahavishkarpa Tailam is best. And Vata predominant conditions, Narayana Taila. Vata Kapha predominant, Dhanvantaram Taila. Prasarani Taila, where the contractions and stiffness is there. And Mahamars Taila is the muscle wasting conditions. Mulakadya Tailam, Bala Tailam. These are so many Tailas are there. We have the descriptions in classics. But you have to select as per the condition, as per the symptomatology expressed by the patient. Next please. So what actually the research has conducted on Bhagyavastis that we have to explore now. Yes please. Yes. Actually, the research work which is so far experienced is whether the transdermal absorption is possible or not, whether the heat is going to get any vasodilatation to that area or to relieve the anti-inflammatory effect, whether the content which is stayed there for longer period in the form of different thylas, whether they have different activity or the same thyla effect can be experienced in all. So if you see this, transdermal absorption graduation is a procedure now available in the research part. So currently transdermal delivery is one of the most promising methods. Now modern system has come for the transdermal administration of so many drugs. Now many of the drugs are just patches. If they can apply in the local area and immediately that is being absorbed and getting the systemic effects. Similarly, it enhances patient compliance, minimizes the harmful side effects. It is based on the concept of passive diffusion. So passive diffusion is the procedure where it has to be accepted. Transdermal delivery system is medicated drug is placed on the skin to deliver specific dose of medication to the skin into the bloodstream. So this is the purpose, this is the principle actually. Whether we have these qualities in the Bhagyavastis or not, we will explore. Next please. Often this promotes the healing to an injured area of the body. The main objective of the transdermal drug delivery system is to deliver drugs into systemic circulation through skin at predetermined rate with intra-patient variations. So transdermal drug delivery offers controlled release and also it has reduced systemic side effects, sometimes improved efficacy over the drug delivery, and it has bypassing the liver metabolism. That is also very important issue. Next please. Next please. So now what are the steps in the transdermal absorption gradient? You see the first substitution with the release of from the formulation and partitioning into the skin's outermost layer, that is stratum corneum, and diffusion through the stratum corneum principally via lipidic intracellular pathway, and partitioning from the stratum corneum into the aqueous viable epidermis, diffusion through viable epidermis and into upper dermis, uptake into the capillary system, that is into the microcirculation. So these are the steps actually involved in local administration of any drug which is going to the systemic circulation. Next please. So we have transdermal absorption study and diffusion cell apparatus is available in the research work, and actually you can identify that whether this is being absorbed, this is the particular medicine, whether it is in the form of medicated oil or any form, that is administered over the body particular area, whether that is absorbed through skin and it goes to the systemic circulation or not, can be assessed by this machine. So here this is a diffusion cell apparatus, individual diffusion cell. If you take number of diffusion cells will be there. It is an individual diffusion cell, and this is a controlling unit and filling the buffer in there. And after the buffer solution actually mimics the transdermal resistance. That means dermal resistance is mimicking the buffer solution. Then what we have to do is we have to add a membrane there, meeting membrane, closing the content with oil which we are applying over the skin, and then filling the sample with that particular oil, collecting the sample in the bottom of that, so that if it is absorbed through skin, it has to come down and settle down. So this is a model for the transdermal absorption assessment which is being done. But if you see, especially in continuously conditions and where the longer period of touch or even exposure to the skin is there, they are going to be absorbed into the system and enter into the systemic circulation. Next please. So the drug delivery, the primary barrier to absorption of exogenous substances through the skin is stratum corneum. Rate of absorption is directly proportionate to the concentration of drug in vehicle. partition coefficient, diffusion coefficient, and thickness of the stratum cornea. So all these factors are there. Based on that, we can identify physiological factors that affect percutaneous absorption include hydration, occlusion, age, intact versus disrupted skin, temperature, and anatomic site. So based on the site also, suppose if the skin over the skull absorbs more, and once it is related to the knee joint, the absorption will be less. In Kati region, that is in the low back region, absorption is mediocre. Like that, the sensitivity of the skin is variable from one place to the another place on the basis of the subcutaneous circulation to that area. Next please. So thermoregulation is also one of the important factors. Here we are applying the oil along with heat. So these two factors are going to work together and facilitate the absorption to the skin. This is a very important thing. The secretion of the sweat is under nervous control, especially autonomous. The hair and its secretion produces some nervous changes. The sudation can bring about changes. The heat can bring about changes, conduction of nerve stimuli by changing sodium ion concentration. Even if you see after the completion of Bahyavastis, you can identify that there is a sweat in that area. And sweating and local heat is preserved even for about 10 to 15 minutes after completion of the Bahyavastis. Next please. So secretion of sweat is produced by direct and reflex stimulation centers in the spinal cord, medulla and hypothalamus, cerebral cortex. Application of medicaments, heat, massage definitely helps in eliminating the number of noxious elements through skin. Application of heat promotes local circulation and metabolic activities and open the pores of the skin